What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of video games, we're going to be taking a look at a title called Armatus. This is a game where I think everyone has been raptured, and we're some kind of angelic super soldier that's on Earth, wiping out demons in roguelite fashion. A lot of people have compared it to Returnal, which I personally have never played. I've had it installed on my computer now for like 3 years, and I've never gotten around to playing it. It's like a backlog OG at this point, that every now and again I have like a dead evening, and I'm like, I should boot that up, and I should play it, and I should check it out. So many people reference it at this point, that it sort of feels like it would be good for my video game education, and yet I just never do. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Steam Next Fest demo for Armatus. We're going to be appraising it, doing some first impressions, and seeing if the game is the kind of thing you wanted to add to your wish list, or if it's one of those games you'd rather not play for yourself. That's also perfectly fine. So if after watching this you wanted to get Armatus and check it out, anybody can do that. The demo is publicly available. You can take a look down below in the description. I'll have a link for you down there because I came prepared. And then on top of that, there's a bunch of other Nerdcastle links just in case you want to give them the old saucy click. But let's go ahead and start off the game, shall we?
For millennia, our sacred institution, the Armatus, has protected this mortal plane from threats of a cosmic kind. But here, at the end of the world, we must fight for ourselves, to escape the apocalypse and to prove worthy of an audience with God. In our right hand, a warrior from an unknown realm, clad in the armor of our people. In our hearts, faith ever incandescent despite the encroaching dark. With these tools, we will forge a path through a Paris long decayed, and we will reach the sunless gate. And there, in his glory, our King will welcome us home. To death, then again and again, through dreams unending, to an undying sphere and the celestial shores. Today, for our immortal souls, we fight.
Are you sure this plan's gonna work? Like, he left us behind, man.
This is it, warrior. I know it's been a while since your last run, so I'll remind you of the basics as we go, but go we must. Finally. To the gate. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Well, we'll head over to the gate as soon as I investigate what the hell this thing, what is this? Choose a minor blessing. All right, so we can get more quintessence. I'm going to go ahead and guess that that's going to be the roguelite currency that we need in order to get stuff done in between runs, or we can get a dash recharge. The dash feels like it recharges pretty quick already, so I'm going to maximize making my ducats for the G-Man and the J-Man and I guess the Holy Spirit Mans. His doesn't abbreviate as cleanly as the other deities, unfortunately. Walk through giant, terrifying heaven laser gate. Okay, so what's going on now? Oh, we got demons. All right, let's light them up. Gunfire feels pretty good, actually, largely due to the sound effect, in my opinion. I think they picked a nice, deep, bassy sort of chunky machine gun effect for all this that actually makes the gunplay feel pretty solid. I would like to see a little bit more reactivity from enemies when getting shot. Sort of that feeling of being driven backwards by bullets or whatever else is definitely something you want to capture with a game like this. They also feel a little tiny bit soaky, but that may just be due to the fact that we just got here and we haven't polished up our demon slaying skills yet. Who knows what we're going to unlock as we get further and further on into the game. We're probably going to get all kinds of cool celestial weapons. So So I'm going to let that point hang on the hook for a little while before I really hammer it home. But hopefully we get something rad by the end of the video. It looks like we've got a couple of different abilities. On my F key, it looks like I've got a melee, so I can just kind of strike out at the enemy if they get a little bit too close. Will more than likely be helpful. One fundamental problem. What the hell are you? Are you bad? Are you guys going to shoot something at me? Is there one on my right? Ooh, they're firing like mortars at me. Okay, they're putting little Nurgle booger piles on the ground. Hold on, I got to get over here. There we go, light you up. I do like how fluid the dash is, though. The dash actually feels very, very tactile as you're utilizing it. Like, it slides easily into the overall. Oh, my God, what the hell was that? I thought all the demons was gone. I thought I done killed all them demons, and unfortunately, a big old demon bomb laying on the ground right there. What's that thing? Oh, it's a bomb. Okay, all right. That's more than likely the thing that I blew my face off with beforehand. Do you think that God himself is impressed by my ability to blow my own face off?
This place. We're not sure how it came to be. An old Armatus cathedral, caught in the undoing of the world, cast into the void. The hands of purgatory have chosen here to make their offerings.
Okay. Grab that ball, bro. Yeah, there we go. The balls of heaven have been acquired. All right, so it looks like we get a celestial ability. We can get cosmic time, so that's going to put us in bullet time, basically. Or we can get stone hue, which will allow us to throw a sickle to petrify our enemies and turn them into stone. I got to watch the preview in the bottom right corner. I missed it. I want to see, is it like a boomerang? Is it going to auto seek and destroy guys when I throw it? Okay, yeah, it looks like it's kind of like an AoE that passes around just like a straight beam weapon that goes forward. I'm gonna go with bullet time. Let's take the bullet time right here, because who knows when we're gonna need to actually move around on the battlefield when we've got lots of projectiles and things like that flying. Weapon glyphs empower your equipped firearm and the outfire ability. Okay, celestial glyphs will empower your celestial abilities and passives, increasing their strength and adding new effects. So we've got to make a decision here about where we want to go. I want to upgrade my gun. Maybe it'll get like a new skin. I don't know, dude. I'm not rocking with the current skin that our gun currently has. Okay, yep, they shooting things at me. I think I can get that one, though. That one's down. Shooting feels good. However, there is kind of like a weirdness to the mouse that's very, very hard to describe. The game by default has mouse acceleration turned on, which for the life of me, I don't know how 20 years after Total Biscuit ranted about mouse acceleration in PC games never being a justifiable thing. But for whatever reason, this game starts out with multiple types of mouse acceleration enabled. I have them all disabled right now, but there is kind of a weird feel to the camera. Like, let me fiddle with it for a second and see if I can get it to where I like it to be. Like, it's definitely got like almost like a camera inertia to it that's hard to quantify and explain to a viewer that doesn't actually have their hand on the mouse. It's one of those things you feel in your hand, and you don't really perceive it with your eye, I guess. It's possible that my problem, looking at the options, is that the normal camera sensitivity was unlinked from the aim sensitivity. I don't know if this makes me a weirdo, but when I play first-person shooters, I always like it when my camera has the exact same sensitivity as my ADS. That's how I've always been, and I'm not planning on changing anytime soon. You little turd, take that right there. Yeah, you. Oh, it's gonna blow up. Okay, all right. Avoided getting my ass cheeks blown off once more. I think we can chalk that up as a success for heaven. No military commander ever likes to be the guy that's like, listen, Jesus, our invasion of Earth fighting back the demons is going well, but our soldiers keep blowing their ass cheeks off. And then Jesus is going to get that exasperated look on his face. 50% firearm damage while you're below 30% health. I don't like mods like that because to me, it feels like the game is rewarding me for being bad. This goes for like all Diablo style games, all roguelites. I almost never take conditionals like this. I don't know if I'm the same as everybody else when it comes to video games, but I do not like conditional mods on just about anything. I'd rather just take something tangible like more crit, more damage, so on and so forth. When you hit a weak point, the enemy is dealt additional 100 damage over 5 seconds. So augments are going to power up our armor and make our warriors stronger with passives. Okay, some augments require you to take on additional risk for greater power. Use wisely. The darkest dungeon thing, where you get like a little buff, but you also get like a little nerf. You gotta play a little different. new demons on the field, and I don't know what they do. I also do not know where their weak spots are at. I'm guessing the yellow... Oh, there are damage numbers in there. I guess I just fundamentally failed to notice that there was damage numbers. I was so focused on rifling down the enemies of the Christ that unfortunately I just didn't even think about it. The demons have been eliminated. Your character's so mobile in this game that it actually feels really easy to stay out of the way of enemy attacks. Hopefully things get a little bit more intense. Is there a reason to investigate these maps with the little nooks and crannies? Because I would strongly suggest that these arenas have little secrets and stuff where you can like blow open a door, go inside of there. There'd be like a thing that you can loot, you know what I mean? I like secret-y secrets. I like destructible walls. I like all that kind of stuff. My gameplay does feel better now that I have my ADS and my sensitivity linked up. It's feeling... The hell is that thing? Oh, does that guy have a sniper rifle? Hold on, somebody was trying to gat at me from over there. Oh, I missed with my grenade. I had one grenade and now it's ruined. Bullet time! Yeah, you like that, huh? You could eat that straight to the face. Wait for the sniper rifle bullet to go off. Maybe rifle him up a little bit. I like the hit feedback on those little cloaked guys. That looks pretty good. Perfect. All right, so now we got ourselves rocking.
These streets. You've been down them many times before, always pushing further on our behalf. But this time it's different. Now we know there's an end.
Sure. I do like the little quality of life things, like when your character runs in a straight line for long enough, he goes into like a sprint mode, independent of you holding down or using any buttons, just for like traveling quicker in between the various arenas that the game's gonna have you set in. So let's see how this bonus goes. A big old pink ball. Yep. So I get plus 1% damage for every 1,000 quintessence I pick up. I can also get 30% more damage just straight off the rip at the return of minus 25 defensive rating. Okay, I've picked up 900 quintessence, which honestly I had no idea, because when you pick up one of the little quintessences, it looks like you just picked up a rock or something. And so maybe a way to denote to the player that this number is going up in a more satisfying way, just with the UI presentation, might be a good idea. I'm taking the 30% damage, man. Let's live life on the edge. I don't care what happens next. I haven't gotten hit yet this entire time, except for that one time I blew my face off with a giant hell mine. Quintessence doors will give you currency in much higher amounts. Okay. You may encounter restoration pools along the scoured path. They will restore your missing health, and they will refill a single use of your health injector. I didn't even realize I had a health injector, so thank you for that very, very helpful information. I'm glad to know that I now have myself a Dark Souls-style thingy that I can inject myself with various scientific fluids to make my demon slaying go better. I'm gonna fight from around this corner back here. I love that you can dodge in any direction while ADS'd. That's such a nice little feeling right there. Did I get hit right there? I did. Oh, they on me now. They on me now, boys. Okay, let's take them out before we lose any health. I don't know if my armor regenerates, but... Ooh, go back that way. Okay, never mind. These guys are putting down dead zones that I just have to avoid, and that's making this complicated. You eat that grenade right there. Yep, you can have that straight to the hell face. Frankly, the graphical design of this game in a lot of ways reminds me of Hellgate London. That's what it super reminds me of. A modernized version of Flagship's Hellgate London, which unfortunately was one of... It's rare that I say this, but Hellgate London had one of the dopest aesthetics of any video game ever created by mankind. It's a shame that the game was so awful. I bought that thing straight out of the store on the day it released. I got the collector's edition and everything. I was like, oh, dude, Hellgate London loves it. Bro, the game wasn't even done. I remember I got to like one point and the game was just effectively over, and you weren't even done with the storyline or anything yet. Maybe they were just ahead of the curve. They were selling box copy early access. We've got higher damage to nearby enemies, or we've got more. I'm going to take the higher damage to closer enemies because I still have that vibe. The enemies are a little tiny bit soaky as of right now, and I would like them... Oh, I'm not reloaded! Game off! Okay, game back on. Game off. Game back on. Whether or not the game of war is on or off depends almost entirely on whether or not I have reloaded my weapon. Let's continue firing at these guys, avoiding projectiles, maybe not dying. We've got a dead zone guy up here that is going to be problematic. Oh, I can slash the ones that are up in the air, too. 10% more damage.
I remember it. The vanishing. It wasn't just a rapture. It was an undoing. this mortal plane was twisted inside out. Reality came apart at the seams.
You know, the introduction to this game kind of reminds me of that Mario and Unreal thing that went viral a while back, where they're narrating all the story to you. Every single video game hero nowadays has some kind of Comtac or earpiece in, because there's always somebody just kind of talking in your ear while you're shooting, being like, here is the backstory. We could have made a cutscene, but we didn't.
Offering from the hands. You were favored, warrior.
Are these friendly hands, or are they like gropey, scary hands? That was a lot of quintessence. Now I'm kind of regretting taking the 30% damage, because we would have 7% more damage right now if we were just going based off the amount of money that we brought in. We have to take, so we've got Banes. Oh, they actually add kind of negative modifiers to the future zones as you go through to make them nasty. So crawlers will arise from defeated foes. All right, well, we get a celestial passive here. Maybe I can make my time walking or something else a little bit more effective. Straight on in and out we go. We got bats all over the place. I do not have a grenade ready to go. Ow. You little turd. Is he still behind me? Oh, there's a crawler. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna slow down time for a second. Let's just direct traffic momentarily. Oh my God, I think it flew straight through him. Either that or I have just absolutely awful aim. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of a gap gainer here so that I can see the field of what's going on, because he's firing a projectile at me, but these little dudes are running up to melee me, and I can't pay attention to both simultaneously. Was he like behind the tree right there? There we go. Is that one gonna get another crawler? Okay, no more crawlers, but that was definitely the most active round that we've had so far. Most stimulating, pretty well so. Follow the golden light down the street, and we got another fight in front of us. Okay, we've got some kind of spider monster, although I'm very much liking the fact that they interact with the environment, jump up and stick to walls, stuff like that. That's really nice. Get behind something. We got a sniper out here. Oh, we got dose snipers out here. Okay, well, you know what the cure to snipers is, right? Just blow them the hell up. Looks like I've got my time walk back up, so I'm going to take that very quickly just to get a head start on these dudes that are trying to rush me down, and we're going to fight from around this corner. It's not a cover-based game, but it very much feels like cover benefits you tremendously. Like fighting around objects and sort of treating this like a World of Warcraft arena or something else like that. A really, really good idea. Just pole dance the entire time. Ooh. Okay, stay back here. We're probably going to have a few more crawlers on us in just a second. So let's space them. Oh, we got a spider thing up there too. He hit me. He hit me. It hurt so bad. I'm stuck on a pipe. Oh, I'm being undone by plumbing. Oh my God. Okay, so does my armor come back? Is that a thing? It does. So it instantly regenerates after a chunk of time. I am getting some frame chuggies out here. And so the game is getting me with a couple little frame chuggies, which on, you know, peak hardware for doing what I do on the internet is not ideal. I'd like to see silky smooth gameplay here. But it only seems to happen in combat, which is the most important part for it not to happen. And I don't know why I started that sentence. I don't know where I was going with that. We have yet another sphincter of the dark that we must throw ourselves down, and we shall do it gleefully for the Lord. All right, what's this over here? Give me my upgrade. What we got going on? We've got divine bolts. When you're firing your gun, you will launch divine bolts that seek out and damage random enemies. Yeah, I like that a lot. We also have enemies have a chance to become marked for a short duration whenever you shoot them. And if you hit them in the mark, they get major damage. I want the bolts. That seems the most visually satisfying. I always play rockets in video games, and it sounds like what I just got is some heavenly J-dams. That's what it just sounds like I got, and honestly, that idea fills me with all kinds of excitement. We have 3 different areas. So we've got a celestial glyph over here, we've got a restoration pool, but I have no damage, or we have an outpost that allows us to transform our quintessence into upgrades. I want that. Give me upgrades. I want upgrades. I want to spend money. I want to be a mercantile demon hunter. Do we still have the... Eliminate the cluster egg. I eliminated it. What's going to happen now? Well, apparently I found a bug, because when you shoot that eggy thing with a grenade launcher, the game doesn't count it as being destroyed. So I had to actually abandon that run and start over. I've kind of gotten us back to vaguely where we were. We've got a couple of abilities. We've got like our weapon upgraded ones. We've got a bunch more quintessence. And so just, that's one of those things that needs to be fixed. That and the lag right there. You really don't want to have technical issues like this inside your first gameplay demo that you're showing to the public. These are big problems. On top of that, the game crashed when I abandoned the run too, but that was an Unreal failure, and so you can't really blame that one on the developers really, because the newest version of Unreal just seems to be incredibly crashy in an incredibly real and predictable way. We've got a couple of upgrades here. We're no longer in the egg room, unfortunately, but the good thing I will say is actually this second run has been much more interesting than my first run. The reason being is that because that first run is kind of a tutorial run, they have a bunch of mechanics turned off while you're going through the game that are action RPG inspired. This run, enemies are dropping like gun mods and stuff that make me get upgrades without having to go through different gates and things of that nature. So we may actually on the back half of this video get a better representation of the gameplay anyways, because it appears as though we were in a tutorial mode. I didn't get to play around with any of my fun toys, but you know, it kind of is what it is. Let's get on in here and see what we've got cracking. So this time around, I've actually got the stone throwing thing that turns enemies into AoEs. The other ability, my grenade launcher, is exactly the same as it ever was. I've got an augment right now that makes it so all the bullets in the bottom half of my magazine get a 25% damage bonus, and then I had a mod that dropped off of an enemy that I had to pick up real fast in the middle of fire that gave me more long-range damage as well, so it actually behooves me at this point to fight the enemy from further away, and I think that actually brings you guys up to speed with where I'm at on this run and what's different from what we accumulated. It kind of sucks that we lost our continuity in the video. I hate it when that happens and I've got to like stitch things together and edit things, but there's no way to work around oh Christ, there's a bomb about to go off, isn't there? There's no way to work around technical issues like that without having to edit things back together or completely remake the video from scratch, and I was already like a solid chunk of the way into this video, so I'm like, whatever, we'll just stitch it back together. It's shooting demons in the face in various ways. God, I love how good the dodge feels in this game. It feels really, really good. We got quintessence over here. I'm gonna take the quintessence. I'm gonna get hit in the face with a fireball from a demon. Enemy variety does seem to be pretty good in this game. They've already thrown 6 or 7 different types of enemies at me inside my first 30 minutes playing with the game. We've got a minor blessing. Obviously, we're gonna go 5% to all damage. That sounds good. Although, if I open up my inventory over here, does it give me any rough idea? So I would like to have, is this the stats screen? There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Does it tell me my weapon stats? It does, that's what I was hoping for, is I was hoping I could get this right here so that I could actually quantify what 5% damage is actually gonna do for me. Because 5% damage in a game where every bullet is doing 100 damage is actually a decent upgrade. But since we're doing like 24 per hit, it's really gonna benefit our abilities more than anything else. But I do like how they have all of this stuff quantified in different locations where you can actually go through and do a bit of a post-mortem about the way that your character is developing. I guess not a post-mortem, a post-livum? I don't know. Open this thing up. I need my mod. We've got the Medusa Cascade. Shatter explosions have a 40% chance to petrify other enemies, and the explosion size of your shatters is increased by 100%. That's not bad. We've also got Sickle Ward. That'll make it so we get orbiting sickles that do the same thing when we do Stone Hew, or we can get an additional sickle. I feel like this one is going to set off cascade explosions, which may end up being a pretty cool investment. Over here we've got another Celestial Passive. Okay, let's go for it. And our first Bane has been added. Wait, what does Necro Stone do? I didn't look when it popped up. I just kind of cruised through and hoped for the best. Yeah, throw the sickle out there. It looks like it was a little bit limited in range, but if I can grenade launcher some of these dudes down. Oh, they got chunky boy health bars. Okay, getting stuck on stuff. Love being stuck on stuff and things. Right when I got my armor back. Do I have to be inside of us? Oh, I do. So they've got armor when I'm at long range. That's what it does. Okay. Yes, I am aware of that. Thank you. Oh, is it that thing? Kill that thing. That thing is stupid and it's making my life difficult. Oh, I can't slash it. It's too high up off the ground and I'm too short. There we go. Okay, so that's not what Necrostone does. Although maybe that was the Necrostone. Maybe there's one of those on every map now that I have to eliminate. Hopefully it dies with like one grenade launcher shot. That would make this a lot simpler. Throw a sickle out there. Detonate that one. Hell yeah, and I think it got the one in the back too. Good stuff, bro. Good stuff. Let's head on down the road. Do I get my bonus now or do I have to slaughter more demons? Am I murdering? I'm murdering more demons. I'm definitely murdering more demons. Where's the Necrostone at? All right, let's get that thing. Just to make our kill process a little bit easier. I do like that the modifiers in this game actively force you to play a little bit differently. That's very, very nice. Slash him with a melee. Christ! I do like how it gave me just a brief moment of bullet time right there. Oh, it hurts so much. Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to come around this way, and you and I are going to be huggy friends. 556 huggy friends. Oh, my God. They're coming in from everywhere. Inject me, baby. Inject me. Everything on Earth is chasing me everywhere right now. I didn't even see you. You get... Oh, he dodged it right at the last second, you little bastard. Did he get health back? I think he got health back, dude. Or is it a different one? No, it's a different one. Okay, I thought he healed himself somehow. I might need to raise my ADS sensitivity for how frenetic this is. Is that all the demons? I only got one Syringy left. That's all I got left is a singular Syringy. I got chewed on pretty good on that map, although I am liking the escalation of the difficulty here. Like the beginning starting out tutorial areas, but all right, it's kind of mundane and easy. Yay, Divine Bolts, I got it back. Yay, I finally get to play around with my toy. What do we have over here? We've got a weapon glyph or an upgrade. Let me upgrade my weapon again because I still feel like the enemies are really soaky right now from where, oh, it's you again. Okay, this time I am not going to grenade launcher the egg. There we go. That time it counted. Demon waves completed, okay. Oh, hey little buddy. How you doing over here? Yep, causing me to get smacked. You guys can have a grenade right this second. I would like to no longer be chased around by you, idiot. Oh my God, they're everywhere, dude. Syringe me. Sniper, if I could get you to stop pinning me down, and then I'm gonna make a gap over here. Which way are they going? Where'd those other little crawler dudes go? They're doing like a buzzsaw thing. Oh good, there's more closing in. Exactly what I wanted to deal with right now. We got the little flying ones. Maybe get him petrified for the AoE. Oh, we got him putting down dead zones, so he's gotta go. I keep just like dodging to move faster, and then they attack the second I use up my dodge. It is deeply regretful. Ooh, we got a weapon mod. Gimme that, gimme that, gimme that, gimme that. Quintessence gain has gone up by 5%. Okay, not what I was hoping for, but it's something. I would like for all the snipers to be dead straight off the rip. Ow. Okay, that was not all the snipers. I was very wrong. I'm going to fight from up here where I have cover at. Petrify you. And then punish what I can. I've noticed that you actually cancel out enemy attack animations as well if you hit their sweet spot. Like, if you see yellow damage pop up, that means that you stunned them, and now their attack isn't going to go through, which is really, really good to know. 200 more bucks right there. There's another wave? Oh, my God. Okay, well, let's get the one that's right up my cheek holes right now. Dude, that lag is killing me right now. It is absolutely murdering me. If I can get all the snipers cleared out and get him CC'd, I think we'll be in good shape to recover. And then there was like one or two back here, weren't there? Yeah, there's two snipers over there. Okay, let's stay away from the snipers for now until we find a saucy opening. That's good. That'll work. Down they go.
In reality, the demons found one hungry for the souls that heaven left behind. They've spread like a virus, replacing our world with their own.
I want my divine bolts to fire more frequently, and I also want them to hurt enemies much more aggressively. I forget what this was, but I'll take it. Oh, it was a weapon upgrade. Nice, dude. What do I want to do with my gun? Grenade launcher. Grenades have higher velocity, and direct hits will deal plus 50% damage. There's a 50% chance to instantly reload your gun whenever you use outfire. Okay. I think I'll go for the direct damage on my grenade launcher, I suppose. Is the grenade launcher my outfire? The grenade launcher is indeed my outfire. So here we've got armor and we've got quintessence. I'm going to take armor upgrade. I was hoping that at some point we would get another shop like we had on the last run. Oh my god. A zillion of you guys over here. I'm just going to keep blasting down the hallway, but I'm pretty sure there's something to my left. Yeah, there is. Oh, he's got a Gatling gun. Beautiful. Okay, so give me a little bit of cover here. Oh, we got a lot of projectiles flying around. Do not peek that gap. I'll tell you that right now. That's a terrible gap to peek. Let's never do that. Is my grenade back up yet? Yeah, if I could just one-shot an enemy right now, I would really appreciate the efficacy of that action. Ooh, we got a bunch of splash CCs right there. That was nice, dude. I like the way these bonuses are stacking up. Somebody dropped something. I hear like a vague hissing noise in the side of my ear, which usually means there's pickups around. Okay, what's going to happen to me inside the next map? Nothing good would be my assumption. Yep, okay. Don't want to peek that angle if we can help it. Oh, right in front of my grenade. Okay, appreciate you. Just walk right into it. If I can get a few more demons on that side. My scythe isn't up and ready to go just yet. Got him.
These demons are full of quintessence. All the souls they stole from their human prey that they feasted on.
Ew, I've got the pizza guy's essence in my wallet. Gross, dude. Nasty. All right, let's pick this thing up. Upgrade my armor. We can get 30% more damage, so we can get that back. Or we can get, like, bigger they are, the harder they fall. Or we can get 10 health whenever we get a minor blessing. I'm not in love with, like, any of these. I guess I'll go with glass cannon again, because that did seem to hurt enemies a little bit more better than what we were trying to do before. We have an outpost over here. I got to refill my syringes, and if I don't refill those, we don't have anything. Oh, it just takes me straight here? Nice, dude. I thought I was going to have to fight through like 8 more waves of enemies without any syringes. Hell yeah. Oh, I am. It was just a tramp. Okay, yep. That's a big beefy boy right there. Everything that I can petrify. Oh, I wasted my grenade. I'm stupid. Okay. Yeah, I have no abilities left to fall back on. So, somewhat horrified. No! Okay, so there are cliffs that you can fall off of. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know how I'm gonna find my way out of that one right there. I got my ass beat. Like, it was such a small arena with edges you could fall off that take half your health, and there's so many bad guys, dude. They were everywhere. What was I gonna do? I wasted my grenade, which I think was the one thing that could have bailed me out of that. If I could just get another shatter up and running, or I could get another grenade up and running, we would have been in good shape. But that does take us over to the metagame, which is good. Let's go take a look at the metagame, because that's gonna be one of those things that everybody wants to be appraised about. Weak, dude. Now my socks are wet. There's nothing worse than having wet socks. Factually, one of the worst things that can happen to you. So the full version will allow you to spend Furium that you collected in your run in the inscriptions tree, which will give long-term upgrades that enable you to push further. That makes sense. A number of inscriptions will be unlocked that grant you additional reward choices. Oh, so they're not going to let me do metagame, but they will tell me what the metagame's going to look like. We also have an armory over here that has different guns, which is pretty sick. Like, what is this thing right here? The Terminus? It's a semi-auto rifle, and it looks like there's modified versions of all these guns, too. Yeah, let's try out the SMG. That's what I want to play around with. Got like a little PP-19 right here. I recognize, like the PP-19 of Christ. I do wish that they kind of let you look at the inscription tree just so I could get myself excited. But let's embark, and I will do... Oh, we get choices in the armory. Okay, so we've got tier 1 guns. This one's got ricochet. And it's got plus 50% range, which I would guess would even out. One of the weak things about using an SMG is that it probably can't shoot that far. So 50% more effective range sounds good. Looks like the stability's kind of bad too. I like this one quite a lot, actually, despite some glaringly apparent flaws. So, like, I'm going to start off with the good here so that we can get ourselves sugared up a little bit for the bad, because I think that the bad things that I'm going to point out are 100% vital to fix. So, on the good end, you've got a fast, frenetic, and energetic game with a great sense of style, fantastic environmental design. It's a gorgeous game that just drips off the screen. The level transitions feel really good. The guns, they feel fantastic. All of the different guns that I've played around with, they feel punchy. Like, they've got really good sound effects, and upgrades in this game, they feel meaningful once you get enough of them stacked. So initially that 5% isn't going to wow you, but as you start to accumulate just run design buffs, you can get pretty nasty in this game. Like, each run feels very customizable with regards to whether or not you want to make your weapon crazy OP, do you want to make your abilities crazy OP, do you want to focus on your stats like your defense and whatnot, or do you want to mix and match everything to have a little taste of everything that the game has to offer and a lot more utility to pull out of your ass when things get really, really hectic. The sound effects are well done, death animations feel punchy, satisfying, the game will keep your blood pumping from the start to the finish, enemy animations seem to be very well done as well, almost to like a AA standard. It's not an easy game, and it's not going to be a game that's going to pull its punches, so you're going to have to learn, otherwise this game's going to mess you up. On the bad side, the frame lag is priority job 1. You have to get that fixed prior to a commercial release, because in a game where you dodge enemies by a hair's breadth just over and over again, eventually that frame drop happens during one of those pivotal moments, and it feels very cheap and unfair in a game that hits you this hard to get hit due to a game's technical failings. Player hit feedback could be a tiny bit better when it comes to incoming damage, but it's not too far off. Like, it's close. There's not a huge amount of work to be done, but I did notice every now and again I'd eat a hit and I would barely notice. Crashes need to be fixed, but that's an Unreal problem, so every Unreal game I've played for the last year crashes periodically. I don't know if it's a problem with the engine or what, but the game does save every single time you enter an arena, so it's really just a matter of rebooting up the game. But still, if you can fix it, please fix it, because the game did crash on me once or twice during the recording and preparation for this video as well. Blood effects and impact effects on enemies, they occasionally don't occur, which makes the game feel very poorly assembled from time to time. It only happened 3 or 4 times during the hour I played the game, but every now and again you'd shoot an enemy and the bullets would just phase through them while still dealing damage, and they wouldn't react to it at all, and there was no blood splats or anything else. It's one of those things that just doesn't feel good when it does happen, and it sort of jolts you out of that immersion, and I am an immersion gamer. Whatever reason, I couldn't get the mouse aiming to feel as tight as I wanted. No matter how much I fiddled with the settings a ton with this game, and like with all the acceleration, all the auto-aim stuff turned off, and then fiddling with the ADS, and also with just the look camera, the camera has a strange inertia to the aiming that didn't gel right with my preferences. If you've ever played Escape from Tarkov, it's kind of like that. There's like an inertia to the way that your character moves around, and it might just be a stylistic choice, but it took me a while to get used to, and I did find that it interfered with my aim quite a lot in those more high energy moments, I guess. My guess along those regards is that the game is designed for controllers, like a console release over everything else, but my opinion is that if you're going to release on the PC, you need to design a mouse feel that feels good for that platform and gives people the responsiveness that they're used to from other third-person and first-person shooters. So my name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we were fooling around with Armatus, which I'm actually very excited about now that I've played around with it. This is a cool game. It's got a few things that are tripping it up and like making it kind of stumble over itself, but if they can get that smoothed out before the game releases, I actually really like what they're playing around with here. I had a great time with it. So I will see you all later. Thank you for stopping on in, and that's all I got for you, folks. Bye.